Greetings and welcome to Flesh Wound Horror Live. I am Flesh Wound Dan, joined by producer Todd.
Good evening.
How are you doing tonight, Todd?
I am doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing really well. I'm actually very excited for tonight's show. We got some announcements. We've got some last tournament on the left news and some prize giveaways, movie reviews. We got a little bit of everything coming your way tonight, so I'm very excited to get right into it, Todd, which I know we have an official announcement for last tournament on the left, which you can get your tickets now at fleshwoundfeatures.com. And our latest announcement for this event.
You should give a little bit of the backstory if you didn't watch our interview.
Okay, there we go. So last night or 2 nights ago, I don't know. Time means nothing to me anymore.
Monday.
There you go. JD Horror was live, and there was a call out for a Reanimator death match against Hex. And it has been accepted. The Reanimator death match is official for last tournament on the left. It's going to be syringes, light tubes, and saws. Fans bring the weapons, and it will be sponsored by Tanky's Twisted Tool Shed. This is going to bring violence to a whole nother level. Some of the shit that I suspect is going to go down in this match, you have never seen before. There's never been anything like a Reanimator death match. You can take that to the bank, and I can't wait to see the kind of fucked up shit that they're going to bring into this match.
And you're leaving out a key component. It was made official. While this is a non-tournament match on the night of the tournament, it will be for the Best of the West Coast Championship that JD Horror currently holds. And also, Giggles will be there. We didn't announce that earlier when we announced JD would be here, but yes, it will be JD and Giggles also. So.
Hell yeah, man!
So I hope Hex has something to battle that distraction.
He's gonna need to bring a lot. I mean, I can't imagine syringes going through your flesh on top of the light tubes, whatever awful shit is brought to the match, and there's going to be some heavily Reanimator inspired mayhem in this one, so I'm very excited.
Yes, absolutely. I know this has been one we've been excited about once Monday this all started going down. And if you haven't checked out our interview with JD Horror and saw what transpired to get this going,
he threatened to sodomize Hex with his mom's head. I mean, this is personal, man.
Well, maybe Hex will bring his mom to battle Giggles, and JD offered her a ride, a couple different kinds of rides. So
multiple kinds of rides. So I mean, I don't know. You need to get a promo pic of Hex's mom there so we can fit that on the graphic, Todd.
And also, this Saturday is Ruthless Pro Wrestling's Bleed for the Cause, and we're partnering with them. We will be there live. Well, not Dan, me and Pugs, and maybe even our other commentator will be there too. I haven't heard back for sure, but we'll be there, and we'll be selling tickets to the last tournament on the left for an additional $5 savings off the pre-sale price. So live and in person, you'll get them basically $10 cheaper than you would at the door. So that's a good deal. So you can get them directly from us. And I'll hand you your ticket. I should have had a ticket to show you, but yeah, we got the tickets too. So that's a Saturday, but this card is stacked. There's the 100 light tube match. Shlak Masada, our tournament's own Sage Sin will be in action. So will BC Killer. BC Killer versus Hoodfoot, a match I didn't know I wanted till it got announced.
That is going to be a Haas war. Yeah, that is going to be a violent fucking match.
I mean, not even to the
light tubes.
Yeah,
you undersold it at 100.
Oh, did I say 100? Jesus Christ! Yeah, I botched that. 1,000 light.
These guys break 100 over themselves for breakfast, Todd. This is 1,000.
Yes. I'm sorry. The record breaking 1,000
light tubes,
beating the 700 that was set by Neil Diamond Cutter, and I can't remember who it was. But yeah, so this is going to be history one way or another.
Good
now,
deal, too. 2 history-making events. You want to go out and check out Ruthless Pro, which is a fantastic...
Matt Tremont, that's what it was.
Fantastic company. I mean, well, just look at the graphic there. You've got some of the best. And then just October 11th.
Yeah.
Last tournament on the left.
Yeah. And Danny James says the spooky dust in that building is going to be insane. You are not wrong. Now, anyone out there need tickets? This is your chance. Any of our listeners right now, this is the first I'm offering up. Speak up now, and you may get them. So, anyone? All right. Well, we will at some point. If someone speaks up, or if not, we'll give them. Oh, Danny James. All right, I'll get right there. First one. We're going to give away our first pair right now. Danny James, 2 tickets. They're yours. Is Danny James the name that I should put on the list, or is there a different one? If so, you're going to need to message the Facebook page of Flesh Wound. If not, Danny James, you got the first pair. All right, there you go. We'll give away another pair at some point, so I'll bring it up again. So first one, I'm gonna put your Danny's name down right now. You got a pair. All right, now we'll get into some news, and then we'll get into some reviews. All right.
Yeah.
Dan dropped our ticket link also, and let me drop the ticket link for. Oh shoot! I got to do it with my phone. I don't have it. Okay, but yeah, give me a second. I'll drop the ticket link, guys. All right.
If we can sell, what do you think, Todd? 10 tickets during this show. Maybe I'll sit on some thumbtacks or do something funny for a live video, but only if we sell 10 tickets.
All right. So there you go.
Somebody will hit me with the light tube. I don't know. Yeah. You can pick, maybe.
Yeah, we didn't even put that over. Thank you. It's an all-day show with metal bands and deathmatch wrestling. Yeah, there's tons of bands. And also, if you haven't heard our interview with RPW Chris last week, go check that out too.
Yes, check that out. We've been doing a lot of interviews with people involved in RPW as well as last tournament on the left. Excuse me, and there will be much more coming your way.
And I'm trying to get that link in if anyone wants to purchase tickets too. But we do have one more pair to give away. So you know what? I'll drop the link when we give out the other pair if anyone misses it too. So,
sweet.
All right. News. What do you got, Dan?
So we did have some breaking news today that I thought was kind of interesting at this point. Kind of not quite the end of an era, but close to the end of an era. Another Tonight Show host, late night host, is gone. Jimmy Kimmel.
He's not gone. They're just not airing his show right now. He's suspended.
It's suspended indefinitely. That is true. They could bring him back, but it kind of sounds like he's gone. I don't want to, jump the shark on that, but we're kind of at this point we'll be down to 2, Seth Meyers and Jimmy Fallon, I believe. So
here's the thing. It's funny because Johnny Carson, the king of late night.
King of late
night. He said there was no place for politics and late night talk. That's not what it was about. Suddenly it became that's all it is. So,
yeah, I mean, it's kind of wild though, because I really haven't paid attention since Conan O'Brien. I mean, that was the last time that I really cared. I did watch a little Craig Ferguson. I thought he was funny.
No, I agree. Some are saying he was dropped, and some are saying he's suspended. See, here's the thing. I know a lot of people are coming up and this is a free speech issue. It's a little more complicated than that, because free speech isn't he's still allowed to say it, and the corporation's still allowed to say we don't like that speak on our platform, and that's what it is. There's a difference between free speech and this, but then you have the other side of the argument where it's how much of it is
enforced?
I mean, how much of it is all the evil corporations that own everything wanting their agenda is. So it's. Yeah, what are we living?
I don't really have like a line in the sand. It's like I'm kind of sad in a way. Just I haven't thought Kimmel was funny since.
I was gonna say the same thing.
I fucking loved Man Show. I just never really saw him as like the guy for that spot. Although I know plenty of people in our Discord love him. So I mean, what do I know? It's just my taste. But since after Man Show, I just never cared. But
I liked the first 2 episodes. Then they took away the beer from the audience, and it went to shit.
There you go. Yeah, but it's something that's existed for decades. Like pretty much everybody currently on this planet, at least, I don't know, over the age of 30, grew up with some, late night host, whether it was Carson or Leno or Conan O'Brien. That was probably a part of your life. So it's just weird. It's another thing that's just going the way of.
Well, I mean, it's an archaic form of television at this point. Let's be real. It is. Yeah. It's the same reason the sitcom has died. I'd much rather have the sitcom back than late night talk shows, because they've all become a political talk show. When I grew up, that's not what they were about. They were about stars showing up to promote what they had. So I would get and it isn't what they were. Everything evolves, but and honestly, the comments he said, I didn't even think that. I was like, okay, well, what did he say? And I went and listened. I was like, okay, like agree or don't agree. It wasn't that bad. He didn't I thought he said something disrespectful to, Kirk dying or whatever. No, it was normal political nonsense. But yeah, I thought it was kind of harsh.
Yeah, I think this was just sped up. I think it was still coming anyways. Cause I mean, if I talk to most people, my age or slightly, anybody younger than me, I don't know many that are actually watching. So, I'm 39. Anybody younger than me, I can't think of anybody that's still watching, the late night comedy shows. So it's too bad though. Like I said, I do mourn it because there was a time when I'd watch Conan every night, every weekday night. And yeah, that's just kind of, I don't know. Like I said, sad. It's like video stores. It's like all this cool shit that we lose over time. But here I am mourning it, and I wasn't.
Oh yeah, Ben brings up one. I like George Lopez, and George Lopez did he get political? If he did, it wasn't anything I even noticed. I liked Conan's TBS show too.
Yeah,
Conan is my favorite. There you go.
Yeah, Conan was. I mean, honestly, I think give him a bigger slot again.
Yeah, Arsenio Hall too. But that's taking you back though. I mean, to when it, like I said, it wasn't really political. I mean, technically it was, because having the black guest like he did was a political statement, to be honest, at the time. The people that Carson and, wrestling got a push from Arsenio too.
Yeah.
But
remember
Johnny,
when, Jason Voorhees showed
I was going to say, Johnny wasn't booking Jason Voorhees. That's where I was going.
Yeah. No,
Conan was the best.
I think that's one thing I do miss, because I still see the, the guest list pop up and everything. I was like, I like kind of random ass guests every once in a while. Like you said, you would just get that off the wall. It's like Kane Hodder's on in full Jason gear.
Brian Trash brought up Chevy Chase.
Hey, that looked like that was going to be the big thing for a minute, but it didn't quite work. That's kind of how I feel about Kimmel. Like, I think sketch comedy is more, his strength. I did watch a little at the beginning, and I just never, I don't know. I never connected with him as a late night host. I've never.
It stripped away everything you liked about him, the misogyny, the blackface, and all the other stuff he got away with on. Well, I mean, it did. So then when he had to work clean and boring, it was like, yeah, this guy's clean and boring.
Yeah, that's true. I've never watched Seth Meyers, so I really don't have any opinion on him. Jimmy Fallon, I don't think is funny at all. So I don't think really either of those guys are going to carry the mantle for long.
The only time, what was it? I already forgot his name. The Tonight Show one.
Jimmy Kimmel?
No, Tonight Show.
Who has that now?
Oh my God, you just said his name. It's Jimmy one of the
Fallon. Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon. The only time he was ever funny was when he broke on Saturday Night Live, and that was literally him doing nothing.
Yeah. So So I don't know. It just was just breaking. I thought it was interesting, and I don't know. I don't think that's ever coming back. That's just, it's just basically just about dead, and that's too bad. But all these will will be going to podcasts, so it's not like you're not.
Well, that's where Conan went. I mean,
yeah. I'm gonna catch up on Conan. I've just dropped off with him. I've not watched any of his new stuff in a long time. So all right. Another bit of news, Todd. Anaconda. So this the new trailer dropped. Movie, basically it's Jack Black and Paul Rudd decide to reboot Anaconda, and it's a comedy, and I don't mind. I watched that trailer and I was kind of like, this looks amusing. I mean,
trailer gives too much away, I will say that.
It does give a lot away, but I watched it and I was kind of like, this might not be a bad direction for it. I will say this: they need a John Voight character.
Right there. It's alternatively intriguing and stupid at the same time. Are they playing themselves? They are not. It seems like they're, because they're trying to get financing and stuff. So they're definitely not playing themselves. Yeah, no.
Jack Black can be funny. He makes a lot of crap. But this actually, I'm kind of curious. I will go and see it. I think the concept's pretty funny. And if you just did a straight reboot of Anaconda, I'm not sure there's much of a point. That movie's a cult film in its own right, and I just don't see you really recapturing that. It'd just be another snake movie. So I like
proof DIA is dead. We have no Ice Cube replacement.
Damn it. You need John Voight. You could literally just
there's enough white people in it, Dan. They're covered.
Damn, why is it gonna be white? I want John Voight. He's the best character in the movie. Maybe we'll get cameos. I feel like there's a Jennifer Lopez cameo that
I don't feel like that's happening at all.
Come on,
they should have got O'Shea Jr. Good point, Ben.
I mean, they could afford him. They have Paul Rudd. I mean, that's a paycheck. So
Jack Black is too. He was in the biggest movie of the last decade.
He was. That's true. He's had some flops though too, but it's a big.
But he was also in the biggest movie of the last decade by far.
I want the fucking snake to bite J-Lo's ass.
Maybe not a decade, but
I want the snake to bite J-Lo's ass. That would be a good gag. But John Voight, come on. Like, you could just make it that he didn't die, and you just somehow you put his fucking character in.
Well, it wouldn't matter because it's a meta movie, so he's not dead.
But they cast John Voight, and they're making the movie, so they come up with a way to bring John Voight's character back from the dead.
But but if it's a reboot they're making, it wouldn't matter. Again, Dan, do you not understand how a reboot?
Whatever, Todd. Reboot, remake.
Okay, well, if it's a reboot or remake, he can still be alive. He can be John Voight's dad at this point.
Voight in the movie.
Dan, John Voight being the fucking lead is not going to sell one extra ticket, so calm down.
It would. You put Voight up there, Rudd, Voight, Black. It would.
You'd have to put Jolie's dad. Maybe you'll get half a ticket sold.
Oh, there you go. But I don't know. I'm not like, some people are making fun of it. Some people are excited for it. I'm kind of intrigued. It looked like I did kind of laugh at the trailer. So
it's exactly what they said it was going to be. So I'm like, that's what I thought it was going to be. So looks fun. Yeah,
looks fun.
It will definitely be more fun than some of the sequels.
The first sequel's not bad.
I hope they get Hasselhoff. Then there you go, Dan. Maybe there's your.
Those last two Anaconda movies have, even for Sci-Fi Channel, like the worst CG. But you had the Hoff in there fighting the Anaconda, so it's not all bad.
Well, that was the second one, wasn't it?
No, second one was Hunt for the Blood Orchid, and that was in theaters.
Okay, what was the
Anaconda?
No, because
for the Blood Orchid, and then 3 and 4 with the TV movies.
Are those the last two you're referring to? Because there's two after that.
There's 4. There's Lake Placid versus Anaconda.
That's the other.
Doesn't really have much of a connection, but technically.
Well, half the sequels don't have much connection to the first movie, so
yeah. Well, Hunt for the Blood Orchid's worth it. It's
yeah. Okay, no, that's the only other one. I'm thinking of Lake Placid, the Legacy. That's the worst of the bunch of the. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I like the 3rd Lake Placid if I remember right.
Did we do a show on those, or were we planning it? I don't even remember at this point.
Not on YouTube. Actually, no. I think we were just planning, and we never did that. We could do those at some point.
Well, when's the new one come out? The Christmas. All right, maybe there you go. Maybe that'll be our Christmas franchise show. Anaconda versus Lake Placid. There you go.
There you go. So Todd, I guess, do we have anything else to announce, give away, anything before we get into our movies for the evening?
No, I guess we can go ahead and start our reviews.
Awesome, because I think they're all conversation worthy tonight. I'm kind of curious to get your thoughts on these.
Well, remember, one of them I didn't get to. So
yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
All right. So our first movie from director Francis Lawrence, Stephen King's The Long Walk. And in this film, a group of teenage boys in the middle of a I'm sorry, let me rewind on that. A group of teenage boys compete in an annual contest known as the Long Walk, in which they must maintain a certain walking speed or get blown away. So this, just to expand on this a little bit, it is set roughly 19 years, I believe they say, after a catastrophic war. America is, just is kind of a dystopian hellhole at this point, and these characters have to participate in this sort of rah-rah live broadcast where there can only be one winner. A little bit of history on this one. Stephen King actually wrote the first draft of The Long Walk back in 1966, and took him a little bit. It got published in 1979, and also, where most people probably read it originally in 1985, the Bachman books, right there, which this is kind of a collectible because, according to Stephen King, Rage will absolutely never be in print again, which that's another topic. But yeah, he wrote it under the Richard Bachman pen name, and yeah, so obviously this was sort of his commentary on the Vietnam War at the time. There are some differences between the book and the movie. Some of that's spoiler territory, but the ending is different. Yeah, actually most of the differences that I can remember are kind of spoiler territory, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, somewhat different. Obviously, Fahrenheit 451, Ray Bradbury, you can kind of feel that influence in this. I was kind of curious about an adaptation. I know this is something that they tried to get made since George Romero is attached to a possible adaptation back in 1988. Frank Darabont had it for a while, and we're finally getting it in 2025. So I love the concept. It is one of those things where you kind of start to question some of the logic, because I feel like if you were in this situation, you probably wouldn't want to do a lot of talking because that's going to wear you out pretty quick, trying to just do nothing but walk at over 3 miles per hour for,
Yeah, but the boredom, I think you would talk. But Ben's brought it up. Did you see the gimmicks for the screenings? Had to walk on a treadmill 3 miles an hour for the movie. I know they had one of those out here. I don't know if there was more than the one in LA, but yeah, I don't even want to walk when I have to, so I wasn't going to do that. Yeah, if you stopped or fell, you got escorted out. Yeah, I think that's why I didn't even bother to see it, because I was like, I'm not going to make it the whole movie, so fuck that.
I would have tried.
JG asks, is Judy Greer still smoking? She's showing her age, but she's still, yeah. A pretty lady.
Still a pretty lady. Actually, she's one of the highlights of the movie. She's not in it a lot of it, but every time she's on screen, including driving her son to the long walk, like she's a highlight. Very emotional, very intense. Now, I really love this movie. It's just one of those things where it forces some questions. Not so much logical, really. I guess just. I mean, one thing that I was looking at was they don't pass a lot of people, and this is supposed to be epic, world scale kind of thing, and it just feels like it feels like it's a really depressing small town parade at times. Like they don't really pass many people. You don't get a total feel for this world. I really felt like it shouldn't have been voluntary to do the long walk. That was like one thing that I might have changed. Now, there are a couple, one character in particular that has a very good reason for participating, which, again, spoiler territory. But I don't know. There were a couple little things where if you overthink it, maybe some things don't quite make sense. But this movie is fucking intense. It's also depressing as hell. It's a very downbeat movie, but I loved it. I really did. And one of the highlights for me was the chemistry between Cooper Hoffman, who, of course, son of the late Philip Seymour Hoffman, and David Johnson's character. These two hit you in the feels. Like I said, this is a movie. As you go along, like they form this bond because it's all dialogue. I mean, straight ahead. I mean, there's a brief flashback, but for the most part, this is just, it is what it is. They're walking the whole time. Ben, I've had to do a 15K in basic with my unit. Talking keeps your mind off the pain and makes it go faster. True. You'd be huffing air though a little bit at a certain point, but yeah, the fact that it was voluntary technically. I mean, again, all these people are in shitty situations and everything, so you could come up with a reason for anybody to want to do it. But there were a few there where I was like, did you really think you had any chance of winning, being the last man standing? So despite all these questions, though, the camaraderie with the characters, Charlie Plummer, who played Gary Barkovich. He's kind of the, not villain per se, but he's competing and he's kind of the asshole on the walk. And there's some pretty intense stuff with him. Mark Hamill plays the Major.
Which it took me a minute to realize that. I thought it was fucking, what's his name at first?
Who did you think it was? Oh, Brian Cox?
No, Starship Troopers. Oh my God, I can't.
Michael Ironside?
Yeah, I thought it was Michael Ironside at first.
Oh, okay. It's a very depressing movie, but it's also like it's kind of a fun premise at the same time.
It was weird because you got fucking Luke Skywalker, fucking bossing around, fucking Dick Ebersol, the new Karate Kid, fucking JoJo Dancer. Like I had a fucking cast of everyone.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I know there was like some early, what you get with every movie about it being political, but they never, unless I missed something, they never imply that this is because of this or that, or it takes place in, our real world or anything. I didn't see anything, beating me over the head or anything like that. And
also, Dan, they volunteer for the Hunger Games in those movies too, which is just as
I'm not a Hunger Games expert, but do they not establish the outside world a lot more in those? Yeah, I mean, there's there's kind of like you have no fucking choice. I think they could have maybe highlighted that a little bit more here.
I know. I guess they do pick them there. I've seen it once or twice. So there you go.
I may or may not have seen the first.
Yeah, you know what? They do pick them. Yeah, it's just Cat volunteers. So yeah, I guess that one is a volunteer. See how much I know about that shit.
I felt like the way Mark Hamill's character was, it would be that, yeah, you have no fucking choice. You're just doing this would make more sense to me. It is brutal. I mean, there's some pretty shocking gore in this one and a lot of gun stuff. It's one of those movies where I had like a younger crowd because I went at prime hours for this one, and there's a lot of talking at the beginning, and just people being loud, and I'm like, fuck, shut the fuck up once the movie started. It was dead silence, and you can tell it put them through the ringer. So I think it accomplishes what it wants to accomplish. If you have read the Long Walk book, it's a little different. So it's not going to play out exactly like the story does. And that's a good thing. I don't really feel like I have any major complaints about anything that they changed from what I can remember.
Probably not the best week for Stephen King to almost get canceled either.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know this one I don't think is doing particularly well, but
well, I mean, it's kind of hard to sell the concept. I mean, it's not, you can't sell like it. It's not like selling to an action crowd. I mean,
yeah, your average Joe Schmo is, I don't know if they're looking at this thinking like, oh yeah, that looks like a banger.
Right. Yeah. Which, it's just the modern theater audience nowadays.
It's not boring. I mean, again, you're watching these characters, and some of them kind of they just go. I mean, they just get taken out because they collapse or get a Charlie horse or what have you. I mean, it's pretty shocking. Like I said, pretty shocking violence in this one. It could be one of those movies too, where I think current events may have fucked it, which ironically there's a show coming up where we kind of talk about a movie that had a same issue releasing during a major event that kind of killed the box office. So I could see this just being one that a lot of people just like, I'm not feeling it right now. But I do think you should watch it. The chemistry between the handful of the main guys that we focus on during the Long Walk is stellar. I've liked Cooper Hoffman ever since Licorice Pizza, which is a movie I like a lot, and I think it is worth going out of your way to watch. I could see some differing opinions about the ending, possibly. I don't know.
I wasn't what I expected. I thought they were going to, well, I don't want to say too much, but yeah, I was expecting to go the opposite. Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Yeah, and it is different in the book, so so there's that.
I will ask this: does the book do the opposite? Does the book do what was, I don't want to say expected, but I'll say the opposite?
It's tough because one revelation in the movie is not in the book, and then I'm dancing around it. I don't want to.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I was just curious.
It's a different outcome.
You can tell me off air too.
Yeah, different. But as it stands, I actually think that this is great, despite like maybe I would have liked a little more backstory on the world here or there. Is the major like sort of the leader, the head of this world? I mean, is he like the military figurehead? Like, they don't really give you a whole lot. I could have used just a little bit more. This is so fucking awful. This is why people are doing this, because it's almost certain death. And you see some of the people that are doing it, and it's like, you have to know you're going to die. One thing that was different in the book, it was, I want to say 100 competitors in the book, and I think they cut that to 50 in this, or I might be mixing this up. Punisher, which ending do you prefer, Dan? I think I prefer the book. It's hard to say because I haven't recently read it, but I know it well enough. I think I actually might prefer the movie ending, to be honest.
Barney likes beers with you. I didn't get why people would volunteer for this.
Well, if you're just super.
Well, I get why our main character did that. I do get.
Yeah, that obviously, but
And now, was that the thing that was different in the book? That's what I was thinking was different. Or is that in the reason our main character?
Yeah, that's not a thing in the book.
Okay, that's kind of what I figured we were going with it, which actually does give the movie a bit of an a little more info. I'm going with, and actually, Catman Tennis Ball asked, "How fast were they walking in theaters?" Ben, do you remember what they said? That was it 3 miles an hour?
They couldn't drop below that.
No, not in the movie. In the screenings they did.
Oh, I would assume it would be the same.
Yeah, I think it was too, but which was 3 miles an hour, right?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like that difficult for just the movie. I'd have to have some kind of prize to do it, though. Like, I feel like
you got to see the movie early, Dan. You would have been able to get your internet clout. You love that. That's worth more than money.
Well, there you go. Maybe for the clout. And JG asks, because he doesn't know anything about the book or the story. Not really class warfare. It's just kind of like a sort of Nazi-esque military regime that sort of runs the country.
So the military?
they're running they're basically running this competition as sort of a rah-rah get people. Again, that some of those angles,
Dan saying we could see this happen in a couple of years.
Somebody said it takes place like that there's actual like current shit that they hint at. Maybe I missed something.
You could fit it in. Like, that's the thing. People with their political nonsense, they can fit it into whatever they want.
Because I will say, like, if you've read a recent Stephen King book, like Never Flinch, like, he does kind of hit you in the face. Whether that you agree with him or not, he does like very much like hit you in the face with his political opinion. This I don't think did that. I think anybody can enjoy this. You don't really learn a whole lot, honestly, about the military. They're evil.
It's just going along for the journey. It's not like, yeah.
I think you'll like it, JG. I'd be curious to get your thoughts on it. So yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and rate this one. I'm 4 stars. I liked it a lot. I could go higher. Like I said, a couple nitpicky things on this one, but it did what it was supposed to do. I felt drained after the movie.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm a 4 on this one also. I really did enjoy it. I do want to watch it again. It was kind of a longer movie, especially for not a lot. I mean, it's only 148, but I thought it was 208 for some reason. So never mind.
You feel it when some of these characters die.
Yeah, and I was curious, like the first 10, 15, I think until we get the title card, which came really late, actually. It felt like it came in late in the movie when we actually got the title card.
It does, because it's a little light, because they kind of are all having this playful banter before the competition starts, and it's like
you get to know the characters, not really the world.
Yeah.
And I think that's all you really need for this story. We're getting dropped into a world that's like effed up, and things are so bad that people are going to volunteer for this walk, knowing the odds of them making it out are low. But if they do, they get all the money and their one wish granted. And
I didn't like that they established that there was an opt-out, which had expired by the time the movie's starting. But, well,
I think that was to show they couldn't quit.
Yeah, no, they couldn't quit at that point, but I'm saying they did establish like there was a point where you could just opt out of it. And when you look at like, okay, there's the nerd that's never been.
But here's the thing: does opting out of it just mean you get popped right then?
No, they supposedly they said there was an opt out. I mean, again,
they can opt out of walking. That doesn't mean they would live.
Good point. I'd have to go back. I thought it was kind of implied that there was a point where you wouldn't have to do it, which
you wouldn't have to do it if you get popped, though. See, that's the thing.
Well, yes, that is true, Todd. I suppose. suppose they could.
I mean, honestly, that makes more sense in this world. If you do back out, okay, you don't have to go through the trauma of doing this walk, knowing you might eventually die. We'll just put you out of your misery.
But it was a lottery that they were allowed to that they entered voluntarily, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Again, correct me in the comments. Obviously, I saw this in theaters, so I can't go.
Punisher Batman says, I don't think the book ending would have worked in the movie.
No.
And Ben says they had 49 people. One people got out by breaking his leg. Was that in the book? The movie? Was that established? I don't remember that. There was a dude on crutches at the start. Oh, so he got out of it. Okay. I didn't check. Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to give away some of the, it's interesting. It's a very engaging movie, even though maybe I wanted a little more backstory. But we got another movie, which is another one that's unfortunately kind of like limited release and only playing at certain times. But it is Traumatika from director Pierre Sagardis. And in this film, Mikey's night terrors become reality when his mother begins showing signs of demonic possession. What he's about to experience will haunt him for the rest of his life and claim countless lives across generations. So this is from the director of Two Witches, which I think we reviewed that back in the day. And it had that advertising campaign where it's like, we cannot show you scenes from Traumatika, too intense. Like, the type of commercials or type of trailers where you're like, man, you're really hyping this up hard. I hope you can deliver. They definitely delivered for me. I don't think that this movie is going to work for everyone, and I'll get into that, but it is fucking intense.
See, this is where we have our biggest disagreement. You keep saying that, and I had
this way more intense than any recent, like certainly
my whole theater was laughing throughout the movie.
You had a sick fuck theater.
Well, I mean, there was one part only. There was one
drama. I mean, they break.
There was one part only I laughed. That was kind of awkward, but no, it was So I didn't get. That's what you said. Like that's why I was like,
mine had a walkout, and it wasn't like a "this sucks" walkout. Like you could tell.
There was couples in my theater that were laughing. It was a lot of laughter in my theater.
That's a weird.
Don't give a fuck apparently.
Well, you had a sick fuck theater. I mean, I think Pugs might be laughing, but
no, and that's and that's why I think you pushing the intensity.
So I'll still push it. I think the movie was incredibly.
See, I thought like, go ahead. I'll let you go.
Well, anyways, so it does have a bit of a genre flip at a certain point, which may or may not work for everybody, but it did for me. I thought this movie was creepy. It didn't rely on jump scares. It was just genuinely scary, unnerving. It's not afraid to break certain taboos. And again, it's not that it's like some, it's not a Serbian film or anything. They don't get like graphic about that sort of thing, but it's just nasty and uncomfortable, which, it's a horror movie. It's supposed to go there. Rebecca Kennedy, who plays Abigail, is amazing. She was also in Two Witches. One of the better performances I've seen this year. It'll definitely stick in my memory. And, we talk about it almost every show we do. Possession tropes, it's hard. Some of these movies, it's just like, man, I have seen this before. It's a slog for guys like us that watch a lot of movies. This was a little different. I appreciated it. The very, very end, there were a couple things I would have done differently. I like, me, sometimes I like it when there's not a stitch of humor and I just got a pure fucking horror movie, a pure downbeat.
Really? You didn't see? I thought this was full of humor. It was all dark humor.
What fucking Todd? You were a sick bastard.
No, I swear to God, like I feel like you watched
near the end that I did not like.
I feel like we watched two different movies, because while I love this movie, I didn't get the intense part that you're like talking about. I thought it was
Man, I'm
it was
surprised.
mean, it was nasty, but I
Oh,
thought the humor. See, I thought it was funny, and I thought some of that was intentional.
fucking funny about this movie, Todd?
My whole theater was laughing while watching this.
Did you just like go to a theater located in hell or something? Like,
This is the first time I've been to the Lakewood Starlight, so there you go. I got a $5 showing, first one in the. I'll tell you like this: it was fucking ghetto. What the fucking homeboy next to me had like 3 bags of food, and at one point's answering his fucking phone. I was just like, so what the fuck? I didn't even say anything. I was just like, whatever.
I feel like you were at a theater where that's probably the reaction to everything.
We're gonna go see something there now, Dan, just to prove this theory or not.
If you thought this movie had a bunch of fucking yucks, please respond in the comments.
I mean, Pugs will be laughing just as much as me for 100%. Like I'm saying,
Pugs is a sick bastard.
So
yeah,
I had a great time with this. I didn't get
what are you laughing at when he like goes into the bedroom? I mean, what the
that was the one time I laughed, and I think no one else did. I think that one was a laugh, which is like, I can't believe they did that shit.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I thought this movie was awesome. I loved it.
I agree. I think we had an awesome experience in different ways.
And the fact that it's kind of like a possession movie that kind of evolves into a slasher, and I thought it worked for me.
A little bit of Savage Harvest in there too with the mockumentary.
Yeah, actually, I was going to say too, not exactly similar, but
I mean, you get that all of a sudden, like the turn. Not only does it become a slasher, it also becomes like a mockumentary. That turn. It's and I do think there's a lot going on, and I think that's gonna like it felt like an ADD horror movie, and that's how I was feeling because my brain wanders a lot, and this kept me into everything. And I don't know, and that can work against it, I think, for some people.
Well, you liked it for very odd reasons, but the fact that you like it is impressive considering you don't tend to like possession stuff. Although this is not.
No, that's not true. I actually do. I've liked a lot of the recent possession stuff. Even the last one you did in The Ritual.
Oh, okay.
I mean, ever since I turned, like, I can separate the religious propaganda stuff from it, and I didn't feel any of that in this.
No, this is not I wouldn't classify this as a religious horror movie at all.
I mean, and it's a demon. I can play along with that fairy tale and like, okay, that's different than just a normal generic possession movie.
It does open heavy on the Exorcist vibes in the Middle East, though.
It does, and I'll admit I was a little worried in that portion. Although I don't know how I felt about the drawn-on cleft palate, but that did make me laugh too for unintentional.
This is not going on the Blu-ray, Todd. Funniest movie of the year.
I disagree. I think
childhood trauma and a lot of yucks.
I believe Pierre would enjoy the fact that I'm gonna go with that. I think that should be on the box. Maybe once I get my rating number, I'll warm up, but we'll see.
Also, great cast. AJ Bowen, who I've been a fan of for years, pops up as the sheriff. We get Sean Whalen, does have a small role in this. He's
when we get to that other portion.
And Rebecca Kennedy is fantastic as Abigail. Honestly, everybody in this movie. And the Karen Novak, I believe is the character's name, the TV host. I could see some people maybe not loving her character, and like I said,
she's supposed to be a bitch, though. I mean,
yeah, I know. I won't elaborate on that, but there is, like I said, that little bit of tension breaking gag, just a line towards the very end, which really kind of, I hated it. I wish they didn't do it.
You have to say which one at the end after off air.
Yeah, I'll try and remember for word, but overall, man, like this was just intense. I was like, it was as advertised. That sort of advertising campaign makes me roll my eyes, and it delivered for me. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to hear what people think of this one as well. Perp Minded, dope channel name subbing just off that alone. Well, awesome, man. Welcome to the channel.
Welcome.
So Todd, what do you rate it? Well, you liked it at least. So
yeah, it's, and I've been going against you for one particular thing, and we kind of already established what that was. I love this movie.
Thought it was the comedy event.
No, I didn't say that. I felt there was humor in it, and my theater did fucking laugh quite a bit. And I don't know if theirs were uncomfortable laughs or not, but mine were like, oh shit, they're going there. I loved it. Like I can't wait to see it again. Perp was not a fan. See, I'm curious why. Like why you didn't like it, Perp.
Did you find it to be the comedy event of the decade, like Todd did?
Well, I will tell you, this has a very good shot of making it to my year end. I am a 5 out of 5 on this one. I loved how fucked up it was, and it was like,
and I'm giving it a 4.5, which I mean I love it because there was just like a couple little things that I think they could have hit the home run.
I want to see it again. I hope it hits digital soon. I hope it doesn't get lost in the shuffle like a lot of the smaller ones. Like we still don't have Malibu. Yeah.
What is it?
Malibu Horror Story.
Yeah, man, I want to fucking see that goddamn movie.
Is it funny because it's so over the top? Some of it, yes, there is some over the top stuff that made me laugh. And it's not necessarily in a bad way because Dan thought it was an intense.
This movie is gonna make you probably feel a little shitty.
Yeah, and that's what I like about it. Okay, hold on. I want to hear what Perp said. Okay, you want to read it for us, Dan?
Perp Minded. I feel like it had an interesting start, but then just felt disjointed as it went along. It's not the worst horror movie I've seen of the year. I gave it like 2 out of 5 stars. Okay, well, fair enough. There are some time jumps and everything. I don't know how.
Yeah, that got me laughing. Like we literally had like 3 time jumps in like 15 minutes, and I think that's why I said it felt like it kept my ADD. Like, you know, I mean, it's a lot going on in it, a lot.
Yeah,
and it's a lot of jumps, and the story. There's a lot in this hour and 23-minute movie. Like this felt like there's so much crammed into it, and I think that's what it was. Everything was like at a record pace, where like that before the fucking the tone changed. That alone was its own feature. The second half was its own feature. There's like 3 movies crammed into 123 minutes.
It did feel like, oh, okay, this is Halloween now. We're doing a slasher, but it never really lost me. Like I said, just a couple.
Well, because there was a lot going on, but again, 5 out of 5.
All right, well, there we go, 4.5 and 5. So let us know what you think of Traumatika in the comments. Leave those comments because we do read them, we do reply to them, and we like getting your.
It's now playing in. So I should have put select theaters, but it is out there. If you can see it, go support it. Because even if you hate it, it's trying something different, and I really do enjoy it. I look forward to his next film. I feel like I need to go back and watch Two Witches now.
Absolutely. I do like Two Witches.
And if you and hold on, I'll go back. And if you want to use my quote, 5 out of 5, what was it? Yuck Fest of the year.
Laugh riot.
laugh riot.
This demon's got bite. Tickles the funny bone.
The laugh out loud movie of the year for sickos. You can use that one. There you go. All right, there we go.
All right. So our next
to the non-Yuck Fest.
From director Luc Besson, Dracula, A Love Tale. And in this film, after his wife dies, a 15th century prince renounces God and becomes a vampire. Centuries later, in 19th century London, he sees a woman resembling his late wife and pursues her, sealing his own fate. All right, so Luc Besson, of course, I mean, Fifth Element, Leon, absolute legend. You know, when I heard he was doing a Dracula movie, naturally I'm very excited. Dracula has not always fared well in recent years at the box office. Of course, Last Voyage of the Demeter sadly didn't hit, and so needless to say, this isn't getting much of a release. I was also excited at Caleb Landry Jones being cast as Dracula, because I thought that was really cool casting. As you would expect coming from Luc Besson, absolutely gorgeous production, shot in France. The scenery's wonderful. There's some interesting things that they do with the character. They do change certain things from the story, as most do. So, I'll never hold anybody to sticking to the Bram Stoker book. The perfume that he uses to seduce women, the gargoyles, which there is a gargoyle that hits somebody with a perfect Hurricane Rana in this movie, if you catch it. And it made me laugh my fucking ass off. It is very close to the Francis Ford Coppola 1992 film.
That's why I didn't like it.
Well, I love
it. Was no Dario Argento's Dracula, damn it. I wanted to bring in
suck a dick, that movie.
I would rather watch that than Francis Ford Coppola's bullshit. Him and his Jeepers Creepers buddy can go fuck right the fuck off.
Okay, well, this is coming from the guy that just thought Traumatika was hilarious.
But you know what? Doesn't have any fucking Jeepers Creepers bullshit attached to it.
Luc Besson's got some questionable shit as well, but
okay,
I'm sticking to the
Apparently, movie. I don't like. Never mind.
Lavish, gorgeous production value, sets, costumes, makeup, all of that was amazing. I thought, sort of old withered Dracula, that look for Caleb Landry Jones was way too close to Gary Oldman. Again, fantastic. I just thought they could have changed that up a little bit. There's no Van Helsing in this. We're trading pretty much France for London. We got the gargoyles and everything. Overall, I really liked it. This movie does have some humor, but at its core, it's a romance. It's a gothic romance. And I thought that was handled really well. Caleb Landry Jones is very sympathetic as Dracula or Vlad. Christoph Waltz is the priest, who they don't actually even name him. I thought he was good. Zoe Blue is Elisabetta, gorgeous, had good chemistry with Caleb Landry Jones, who, by the way, if you want to amuse yourself, some of the interviews he did for this movie, he was still doing Dracula voice, so he was I thought that was pretty amusing. This movie's a ride. I mean, I love the Dracula story. I love all kinds of adaptations of it. The Luis Jordan one doesn't get talked about enough, but I enjoyed this. I don't mind changing things up a little bit. It is such a fucking gorgeous movie. I wish I could have seen it on the big screen, because this is one that it adds a lot getting to see it theatrically. So I hope someday there's some screening somewhere that I can go to. I loved it. I love the scenes in the old school carnival with the sideshow stuff with Dracula and Elisabetta. The gargoyles are going to kind of split people, but I didn't mind it, actually. I thought the gargoyles were amusing, even though I know people are going to bitch about that. I don't know anybody else who's seen this yet, so I can't really talk to anybody about it except you. So what did you think, Todd?
I hated it.
Why do you hate good gothic? God damn it, Todd.
Because I always hated Bram Stoker's Dracula, even without the other stuff. I didn't like I was like, I'd rather watch Nosferatu than this nonsense. I didn't care. The only character I liked was,
Why do you hate love, Todd?
I don't. This is just fairy tale bullshit. This is chick horror. I don't know. I don't like it.
I don't think this is chick horror.
I have a thing with vampire. I hate Interview with the Vampire. Always have.
That's a good movie. I'm not like it's not a movie that's like in my regular
No,
rotation.
nothing about this appeals to me. Like it's no.
Just not your thing. I thought maybe the Gargoyles would win you over because
No, it honestly though it did remind me of the praying mantises.
it wasn't.
I would much. I'm not even joking when I say I'd much rather watch Dario Argento's Dracula than this because I know I'm gonna have a bad movie I can have fun with. This I was just bored and it was long. Maybe if it would have been cut down to 140, I would have been more lenient. But it just felt like it kept going.
I don't know. I really did like this, but it is a case of.
And I'm not a fan of Luc Besson either, so I don't think.
You didn't like Fifth Element or Leon?
I hate Fifth Element. I saw Leon once, whatever. Let me look. Lucy. I didn't like La Femme Nikita I watched that once when I was a kid. Yeah, I don't really like his stuff. I've never seen any of the Taken movies.
Well, the last Taken movie shit, but I didn't think Besson did that.
No, I don't know. So yeah, no, I don't know. I just nothing. I'm looking at his thing. Nothing that he's done.
Really, I think Caleb Landry Jones is
Lucy
really up there as far as Dracula performances go. I thought he was shockingly great. But I don't know. It's a good date movie. I will throw that out there. If you got a date, check it out on VOD. Todd, is there a date for VOD?
Coming soon to VOD.
Coming soon to VOD. Okay.
I never thought I'd hear anyone say that about Argento's Dracula.
Yeah.
I know it's bad, but I'm a 3D horror.
I love Dario Argento, and I forgive almost everything. That is like his one unforgivable.
Dad, when you're here, we're going to watch it in 3D, and you're going to see the magic of the praying mantis in 3D. Dan's buddy's gonna show up and he's gonna magically do. What's your buddy's name? I forget. What's the other one?
My buddy,
a cousin, or I don't remember. You're the other one.
Oh. Well, he's getting ready for cousin Dale's getting ready for last tournament on the left.
I don't know. Cousin Dale might go get a massage.
Damn. Well, he is ready for battle. So. He's calling somebody.
All right, so what do you rate this, Dan? I'm sure we're going to be far apart.
I had a great time watching this. It's not my favorite Dracula movie, but it is really fucking good. I'm going to give this one 4 stars now, and I feel like I could go higher, but 4 stars for now. I like it a lot.
I give it 1 star, and all of that goes to Christoph Waltz. I didn't like it. You couldn't watch this and tell Todd's gonna hate this shit.
You don't like the Gothic, Tad. You don't appreciate the old creaky castles.
No, I like Gothic horror that was made there. I like like the Universal stuff. Okay. I like the Hammer stuff. I don't like the modern take. It doesn't feel real to me. It doesn't feel authentic.
Normally, I don't either, but I didn't think that this came off as modern in any way. Definitely not American. I mean, you could feel this.
I will give you it felt foreign, but it did feel modern to me. All right.
Fair enough. All right. What do we got up next?
The Shudder Solo Exclusive.
Solo Before the Tiger Blood. Which will be an interesting discussion. All right. So our next movie currently streaming on Shudder from director Awi Surati is Perewangan. In this film, 2 siblings struggle to save themselves from the terror of the Perewangan demon, which has been passed down through generations in their own family. So this is an Indonesian horror movie. It's exclusive to Shudder at the moment, and it's based on an online Twitter thread, like short story Twitter thread, I guess, which is interesting because I've seen that a lot in Indonesian horror where it's based on a Twitter thread. quite know how that works. A lot of it. So I know you didn't watch it. A lot of Indonesian horror films, which I do love, they tend to lean hard into their religion. This one doesn't really do that as much, so it's a little different that way. And obviously, again, it avoids a lot of the Catholic possession tropes, which we were talking about earlier. I thought this one was really good. It felt like there might have been some story missing here or there. I had some questions about motivations for certain characters, and now that could be a cultural thing or lost in translation sort of thing. Because I mean, I watched this dubbed, obviously, but still, I had a few questions as to the motivations here or there. But what's important is the horror, and the horror is there. This is another really tense movie. As much as I love Indonesian horror, there are a lot that follow very similar plot lines. And this I thought was different enough. Some very nice gore in this one, some good effects. Although again, Indonesian horror, you do get some CGI thrown in there, and sometimes it's not the best, but there was nothing too distracting when it comes to that in this film for me. I love these stories. I mean, I feel like, would this convert a Todd who has liked some Indonesian stuff?
Yeah, it's just when it gets too folky too. That's I don't like the folk.
Yeah. I think you would have been okay with this one, but I'm also not going to say it would, like, fuck, I need to just go watch every Indonesian horror movie. I don't think it will. It's the one I will throw out there when I'm trying to convert people to check out more world cinema. But once again, far more tense and creepy than a lot of the American possession stuff that we've had recently. The Ritual, Al Pacino, which was a real fucking slog.
I enjoyed it.
I don't understand you, Todd. I don't know how you like that movie. Fuck.
It was like a procedural.
Yeah, but a procedural that goes fucking nowhere. Anyways, we're gonna review that one again, I guess. But but yeah, a really creepy demon. I'm gonna keep this one short since I don't think anybody else has seen it. But similar, like I said, similar story with the relatives that are trying to swoop in and take the house, get the riches, and all of that. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I do recommend it, but it's not the best Indonesian horror film I've seen, even in the last year. So check it out on Shudder. I give this one a 3.5. I liked it a lot. So there you go. Yes. All right. Moving on. Yeah, see, Mamel knows what's up. The Ritual sucked, Todd. Nobody likes the fucking Ritual. The Al Pacino Ritual. Mm-hmm. Defend that movie in the comments, God damn it.
I'm not even going to defend it. I just didn't hate it. It's fine.
You had Patricia Heaton with like her facelifts.
Oh, that was so funny.
That made no fucking sense. But anyways. All right. So, AKA Charlie Sheen, the new Netflix doc, which kind of just, it's Charlie Sheen's life and career up to this point. So I was kind of curious going into this one because it was advertised as like, he's going to talk about all this shit that he's never talked about. And a lot of times that ends up not really being the case. Obviously he's involved with this, so it's a mostly positive portrayal. He does talk about, so the big one is the Corey Haim thing. Which,
are we just going to jump right there at the very beginning?
I know we're going to be jumping all over the place.
Right.
So
that's good.
Yeah. So the Corey Haim thing. Now, he doesn't dive deep into it. He says it's bullshit. He brings up that Haim's mom said it was bullshit too.
Haim's mom, who's notoriously anti Corey Feldman, because he blames him for everything that happened. And I don't even think, did he say Corey? Did Feldman say it was Charlie Sheen in the doc, or did he say it was someone on the set of Lucas that was older in power, and everyone just said it was Charlie Sheen? Because I don't remember him saying it was Charlie Sheen, or did he?
Oh no, he said Charlie
Okay.
Sheen, Crisco,
Okay.
Haim between.
Okay, I could remember because the story's been going around forever.
Yeah,
But I know she outed fucking the whoa, I almost said a bad note YouTube word. The one in what's his name? The one fucking
Dominic Braskia.
Yeah, the one from Friday the 13th 5.
Yeah, Braskia. Yeah.
Braskia, yeah. I know, like, she threw off that he did, but that wasn't in Lucas. She like deflect. So
well, Braskia certainly had some shit.
Oh no,
but he wasn't an A-list star. That's like the thing. It was like,
right,
because over the years, rewinding a bit on the two Coreys, Haim calls out Feldman for, he says he was assaulted and, said you're still friends with the guy. And the big problem with all of that
was Braskia, not Sheen, right?
No, I think the implication was that it was Sheen, because I mean, even Sheen said he was friends with Corey Feldman in this doc.
Okay, yeah, the whole thing's gotten so confusing off, like, because there was the innuendo, and then it was actually, and I've only watched the Feldman doc that one time.
I've always said it. Here's the thing: Corey Feldman's kind of a nutter, and he's an attention whore. I do tend to believe that it happened. So that two things can be true.
Well, here's
revealing who assaulted your friend live on pay-per-view was not really the best way to do that, So, but having said that, I do believe it happened. I've joked about this before because years ago, I was like shown a photo that a girl said was Charlie Sheen. And not that this was anything, that really factored into this, but, she apparently like fucked Charlie Sheen. Not hard to imagine. I do believe she did fuck Charlie Sheen. And she said he was into some like really weird shit. Didn't really, not illegal shit or anything, but just like really, really like, let's just say he was not vanilla and he had some weird kinks. I have a feeling, and I feel like he almost like he doesn't confess to it or anything like that, but his comments about being on crack and being not even knowing where he was and all of that stuff. Maybe this happened and it's sort of.
I see. You're trying to give him a reason why he's lying. He wasn't that drugged out Charlie Sheen when he was making Lucas. Was he getting high and doing shit? He was not smoking crack on the set of fucking Lucas.
What year was Lucas? I should have
86. I think I've seen the movie once. It's not one I read it. Not one of my Haim movies. Like I can recite License to Drive, but the other thing with that is he likes to. If it happened, he would 100% sue him if it was a lie. The reason he doesn't sue him.
The other thing I was getting to. Because it's like he doesn't sue because there may be some questions.
Oh, well, that's not even that. Because Corey told other people besides Feldman. Haim told people besides Feldman. He's not the only one he told. So, like, he's trying to put it all off. I don't know why, Feldman said it, but yeah, he does. And I don't believe that he's, not clean and trying to fix his image. It doesn't undo the shit he's done.
That's kind of like where I was at with this. Like, you can see why people like him. Like, he's a fun, charming dude. But I do think he did some, I think he did some dicey shit. And I do tend to believe that the Haim thing did happen. It's a shame that Feldman went about it the way he did, kind of trying to profit off of it. But you know what? Hey, coming up the way Feldman did in Hollywood, it makes sense that he's fucking weird. So, you know, that doesn't make anything he said untrue. So yeah. So I mean, that part I do tend to believe. His other big revelation is that he hooked up with dudes, which, you know, I think at this point Charlie Sheen has probably done everything in the book. So I don't think that was necessarily a huge shock.
I've never flipped over the menu, so put it in Charlie's.
The way he put it, yeah. Yeah, and again, this girl that I know, that you interacted with too. She just said like it was like there's weird and then there's like weird. And that's how she kind of put it with him. And yeah, I mean they do go over to like obviously the HIV diagnosis. JG, do they cover the Capri Anderson stuff in this doc? I don't think so, actually.
Yeah, the name doesn't. I don't even know the name off the top of my head. So
yeah, well, I do know what he's talking about, but no, not specifically. He does talk about the HIV diagnosis and being essentially blackmailed by these different porn stars that he was hooking up with. I think he said his biggest payout was like 1.5 million, and it was always usually at least $500,000. So yeah, he was doing a whole lot of payouts. But the movie's not just about that. I mean, it goes over his career, the fact that he had to turn down Karate Kid and all of that story, which
and tried to do his best not to say thank God I didn't get stuck playing that fucker for the rest of my life like old Machio, but he kind of implied it at one point.
Things worked out because he got Platoon Wall Street. That was kind of like, okay, this guy's the new one for a little bit there. He's one of those actors. It's funny during the 90s. You got late 80s for him that surge, but really the decline on the movie front hit pretty hard because by the time you get to the late 90s, I mean, his career had taken a hell of a downturn, which they cover all of that, becoming a huge TV star. They go through, I mean, the highest paid sitcom actor, I believe, to this day.
Well, it's never going to get topped.
Yeah, sitcom's dead, so he'll probably hold that record forever.
Unless they do another Office with Steve Carell, then he might top it.
I did think it was odd that they didn't talk to Ginger Lynn.
Okay, because that came up in the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, you know what?
And they could have interviewed her because I thought
she might not have pulled punches. Maybe that's why.
I always thought she was.
Did you want to see her take down another one of your heroes? She already got Ron Jeremy taken away from you.
She didn't take Ron Jeremy.
She took Ron Jeremy down. You just can't admit that because you want to make.
Lynn didn't take Ron Jeremy down.
Nah, she was one of them. 100%.
There were a lot of people that took Ron Jeremy down, and including dementia. But I did like the Grisly 2 made its way into this movie. I thought that was funny.
Which you can watch on Netflix now, so I think that was on purpose.
Yeah, it's not a good movie, but yeah.
But I will say, if you find for the last 15 years, there was the completed work print that is much better than the released version of the movie that the director put together. That it's like
better
90%.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not. No, the other one's enjoyable at least. Where this one is like all stock. It's like I don't even get. Like I get you couldn't have paid for some of the songs they used in the work print, but they should have followed that a little closer. It's
one of those things. I mean, it's 2 parts and they're both so it's basically 3 hours roughly the whole thing.
2 features.
It's a guy's entire life, so it's like being a movie geek. There's a lot of stuff I would have liked to see them talk about. And Ginger Lynn was a hell of an omission to me because I thought, always talked positively of Charlie Sheen for the most part. And he was with her for a minute. So
there's a reason because Charlie invited everyone but Cryer. So there's a reason.
Well, Cryer was interviewed.
I know. He didn't invite him. Someone else had to.
Oh, okay. Well,
And his parent and older brother were smart and didn't declined.
Isn't Ramon the older one?
He might be. Well, okay. Him and Martin and Emilio were the smart ones. Like, yeah, we're good, Charlie. This is no Pee Wee Herman as himself. That is a totally different doc. Is this a Sheen propaganda piece? Yes, it is 100% of him trying to fix his image. But it's still, I honestly thought they would not even bring up the Corey thing. I was surprised they did, but that's how it feels even more propaganda.
Don't expect some deep dive into it. He literally just says it's bullshit, and
it was done as a way for him to make a statement without making a statement. Like the way the director just like we're doing this hard hitting question and asks it in the middle of the interview.
Mm-hmm.
It all felt worked. I mean, I don't know if this is the pro wrestling in me. Yes. Is it? But is it still enjoyable? Where like if you like Sheen and want to hear a little bit about it, but some of it felt undercooked and some of it, it is definitely a propaganda piece.
I did like the portion where he was talking about his friendship with Nick Cage and how wild.
That was the best part.
I love the part where Nicolas Cage is on a flight and he gets on the intercom pretending to be the pilot and said he's sick and he's losing control of the plane, and then them being detained when they land and Sheen having the cocaine taped to the back of his leg. That whole story was wild. And Nick Cage told this story, I believe, on it might have been Conan O'Brien, honestly.
They showed the clip of it too.
Yeah. There's a lot of fun, like crazy stuff with him.
Yeah, like Nicolas Cage
shot Kelly Preston is in there. Clint Eastwood giving him a pep talk when it looked like he was going to die, and they had to have an intervention for him.
He just wanted to get the Rookie done. That's all it was.
Listen, you little bastard! Don't you fuck up my movie. Get it? Yeah.
But no.
The story about him losing his virginity by paying a hooker by using Martin Sheen's credit card. So there's a lot of funny stories. Heidi Fleiss is obviously in it. He's honest about like the stuff that
probably going to get him arrested.
Well, the stuff that I think everybody's like, oh, that's Charlie. Hookers, drugs, all that shit. Like, but I don't know. I think the bad stuff happened. Like, I do think there's some people out there that would tell a very different story, and I don't think you can just use being an addict to dismiss that, especially the Haim thing, because that's fucking awful. So I don't know. Here's the question, Todd. Will it work? Is everybody ready to embrace him again? He's been making the media rounds. He's been on all the big podcasts, Rogan, whatnot.
There's been a rumor going around, but the American Funeral thing's been a rumor forever. But the last rumor I heard was Charlie Sheen is Stifler's dad.
I will say that's really fucking cool. Even though I think, what is he like, fucking like 12 years older than Sean William Scott? Which might make sense. Well, Sean William Scott's got to be well into his 40s now.
He's I want to say he's I'd have to look up.
Sheen is 60.
Okay, let's look up. Okay, so no, that would work then. Well, it depends how. Hold on, let's look up. God damn.
I mean, I guess it's Sheen, so it would probably work just fine. But
let's look. How old is? No, he's 48. So that's a 12-year gap here.
Yeah, but I think there is something funny. It's like he had.
But to be fair, he doesn't play his age. He plays younger in the American Pie movies.
Yeah, that's true. You could make it work.
No one's gonna be like, "Oh, that's too old." No,
yeah. Charlie Sheen favorites. One that's not talked about a lot is his Alien movie, The Arrival, which had a theatrical release. Always liked that one. I was kind of like skimming over his filmography, and I mean, you can see that movie like decline pretty quick. But
I'll just throw it out here so I don't get too much hate, but I'll throw it out. I've never been a fan of the Hot Shot movies.
You don't like Hot Shots? Hot Shots is really funny.
No, we watched the first one on Far City. I haven't rewatched the second one yet, so maybe I'll turn. But I also really, I don't like Rambo: First Blood Part 2. Speaking of propaganda films,
wow.
I look at First Blood, why I love it. Then look at that fucking movie Rambo: First Blood Part 2. One is literally, let's not have that. That's a whole nother thing.
I get it.
We'll eventually cover those on Fist too. So, but yeah, so, and that's what it's spoofing. So we'll see. Like in Hot Shots, I don't like it's basically it'd be a Top Gun spoof. I was never a Top Gun guy, so it's just things like, I loved Spin City. I actually, after watching the doc, I wanted to watch Spin City, and I couldn't. It's not streaming anywhere, unfortunately. I have a DVD somewhere, but I gotta find them.
I mean, he became a hell of a television star. I mean, he really, Spin City, but really like 2.5 minutes.
Like I said, I didn't watch the Charlie Sheen era. I just happened to catch the tail end.
That's wild to me. That just feels like something that you absolutely would have.
I wasn't a CBS sitcom watcher. I was an ABC one, and it must have been on the same time as something else. And didn't it eventually go to ABC? Spin City Halloween episodes, yes. They do have good Halloween episodes. Maybe we can find some. But yeah, no, like Spin City, I love that show. And I don't know, because I always use the Western Doors thing, like from it when the mayor accidentally goes in the porn section on Spin City, because he saw the Western Doors, he thought it was the Western section. So since that day, I've always called the porn section the Western section when we went to the video stores. But I don't remember if that's a Sheen era one, which I kind of feel like it is, because I kind of remember Charlie having jokes, Charlie Sheen in the show was Charlie, with that about that, which would make sense, the porn and then Charlie.
It's funny that you brought that up, because I remember a conversation right towards the end of the video store era, and I was at one of the Ma and Pops that were still holding on, and I joked, I was like, you should one day just switch, like put the Westerns behind the doors and just have the pornography out just for people to just look at it. I think he knew he was closing anyways at that point. I thought it would be funny, but so complicated feelings, I guess, for this guy. I mean, like I said, some stuff, it's like, okay, you did it to yourself, some of the bad stuff, but then it's like, I don't think he really dispels the Haim thing. And even if you just say we'll never know, which is a fair take on that, there's other stuff. I mean, he was abusive. I did want to bring this up, because it didn't come up in the doc when Denise Richards said she saw illegal shit on his computer. Like, he didn't address that.
Right.
Now, could that be just she was pissed at him? Sure. It's another thing where we'll never know for sure, but he did not go there. So I don't think this is like the tell-all, I talk about it all doc that they made it out to be.
The one thing we didn't talk about, which I was really, this, and like we said, this covers the whole thing. The part I liked the most was, I didn't know that when Charlie was a kid, they made 8mm movies. It was Charlie.
I'm gonna pause you for a minute.
Okay.
Rebecca Kennedy has responded to our review.
On the chat. Okay.
No, not in the chat.
On the actual. Did she? Okay.
Hi, glad you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for the kind words. Hold on, sorry, I missed it here. Well, I'll give you some credit, Todd. There are some moments that are intentionally supposed to be fun.
Thank you.
Okay, well,
I said it was black humor. What else?
I don't think I'd call Traumatika a fucking comedy.
No, it's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You didn't see it at the time. Go.
I get what you're saying. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, though, is not a comedy. It is there. It ain't a comedy. You putting Texas Chainsaw Massacre in there with like American Pie, Todd, I think doesn't make sense.
Oh, that's a different kind of comedy. One's a slapstick sex comedy. One's a dark comedy.
Okay. But yeah, at the end of the day, Charlie Sheen, I mean, I always say it, I can separate the art from the artist and watch whatever he might end up doing in the tail end of his career. I don't think that this really like dispelled some of the bad shit, the abuse shit,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think Dan just doesn't know how to register black humor. I don't mean like...
I love dark comedy. I'm not saying that there's not humor in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it's not... It's one of the greatest horror films ever made. It's a horror film. It's a horror film first. I think even you would.
Yeah, it's a black comedy, though. It was made as a black comedy, too.
Yeah, well, whatever. Fuck you, Todd. So,
okay, fuck Toby Hooper, who said it was a black comedy. Fuck him. Got it, Dan. Quote him. Quote him. And now, so Dan doesn't cut me off again, one of my favorite parts of the documentary was the fact that he talks about him making his 8mm movies as a kid. And, he made them with his brothers, and he made them with the Penns, Chris and Sean. Sean Penn, we didn't mention. Yeah, George Clooney pops in one later. And it was, I don't know, just getting to see the footage, all that was cool. I'd love to see some of the Sheen Penn movies. And again, yeah, just throwing it out there. JG, TMC is a comedy and works as a horror. The reason nothing has worked since TMC03 is because it takes itself too seriously, which I disagree. The last one did not take itself too seriously. The Netflix one, it's over the top and there's humor throughout it. And that one for me works again too. But
it's one of my favorite movies of all time. So I think we all agree with that. But yeah, no, those home movies, I would fucking love to see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Put it as an extra on something. I mean,
come on, Vinegar Syndrome, go fucking talk Charlie into tell me, give him some blow.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll work, as in it'll get him some new work and everything. He's one of those guys that I think that the charm is there. I think people will cast him and stuff. He's never been like truly canceled though. Like I think he just had health stuff he had to focus on.
Well, I mean, the AIDS kind of makes
Yeah. Well, he looks healthy. I mean, he looks super healthy, so I think he's probably ready to get into it again. I don't know.
No, they didn't. JG brings that up.
Oh no, the guinea pig story. No. Now
we would have definitely brought that up if they did.
I get it. Like, well, Ginger Lynn.
Well, that's probably why, because then Ginger Lynn, she was part of that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Like, I know he turned it into the FBI because he thought he was watching a snuff movie, which I still think is hilarious. The guinea pig movies, I mean, I will say, maybe you had a few too many. You're watching it on VHS, and it, maybe you're obviously on all the shit. I guess I could understand that, but at the same time, it's like I'd still be able to look at it and see that this is a movie. Yeah, but yeah,
when you're eight-balled out your mind,
it's a snuff film. I wish I could have been in the room when he was freaking the fuck out about it. That would have been hilarious.
It is too bad they didn't get Ginger Lynn. She's a great interview. Like,
she's a fantastic interview. I mean, fuck, maybe we could get her sometime. I've talked to her several times at the AVNs over the years, and she's a sweetheart.
Oh yeah, they never talked about why his two cards ended up off the edge of a cliff. Again, was that Ginger Lynn? Was she the reason she kept
fuck you, and she just puts a brick and lets it fly? I don't know.
JD says, I feel like Sheen and Cage are uncancelable for some reason. But you know what? As wacky as Cage is, he's never got that Charlie level.
He doesn't have like accusations or anything. He's just a party animal.
and he doesn't have like he was able. Some people can handle their drugs, and apparently Cage could.
Yeah, I've heard from people who've like worked with him like in recent years who said he's very humble, very nice, very easy to work with. So
At a certain point, you can't be that party animal anymore.
no, or if you are,
or you die.
Or you die. Yeah, that's what I was getting to.
Like, yeah, if Charlie has one more binge like the last one, I don't think his body will handle it.
No. Well, and I'm sure he knows that.
But I also get what he says about like him watching that winning footage and all that era.
Mhm.
Like, how it's not him. Like watching shit like that when you're out of your mind. I get it, and I don't know. It's I was just reading Cage got cleared on the stuff that they did sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just didn't really remember much.
But yeah, no, I lost my train of thought too. But yeah, go ahead and it'll come back to me. Sorry, Dan.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember like everything that they did dive into. I mean, I'd still say that this is worth watching. It's interesting, but
I like a lot of the stuff I like. Yeah, they touch on the controversies. Okay, the winning era, that's what I was getting to.
Yeah, there's a lot.
The winning era, it was like how much that was on like he was definitely getting Anna in the cold. They were definitely exploiting the fuck out of him.
Oh, definitely. I don't think you could have a repeat of that now because I think in the wake of like what was Dr. Drew's show? I'm spacing.
I never watched
that. Not the real life, but
no, yeah, his show,
his Celebrity Rehab.
Celebrity Rehab. Yeah,
I think in the wake of like putting some people on TV and they just start dropping like flies, I don't think that they would get away with doing that at this point. But I mean, fuck, Kanye West is fucking insane, and people still, kind of feed into that. So I don't know exactly, but he also had no other options. Like he had to pay hush money. He had to, pay ex-wives, kids, and he did that stupid tour, which they do go over that and how shitty people said the actual live show was. Mel Gibson came up in the chat too. Mel Gibson was pretty well canceled though for a while. Like,
you don't make fun of the people who run shit.
Damn, Todd. No. Damn.
I didn't say who did.
He came back though, but
he didn't come back the same.
No, but I mean,
if he gets Lethal Weapon 6 or 5, whatever, I don't know. I don't know if
I thought that was like ready to film.
It was, but then Donner died.
Yeah, Donner died, but then I heard I think didn't he pass the reins to Gibson before?
That's what they said, but I think it kind of went away. What about the Charles in Charge guy, Scott Baio or Willie Ames? What did Willie do? Or what about Willie Ames?
I will say, Charlie Sheen, considering all the stuff, is fared pretty well as far as still working. But the AIDS diagnosis was before Me Too, wasn't it?
I think it was right around the same time.
I feel like because he was just kind of laying low and doing a whole lot of nothing for a while. So I think he maybe benefited not being front and center during that, where there was probably multiple things that could have gotten him canceled. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot. I forget about some of the accusations against people, but you know what? I think this is going to work for him. I think you will start seeing him work again. Maybe, do you think maybe he's got a West Wing in him? That's kind of what I was maybe seeing. You think that, or you think he's going to stick to comedy?
I don't know. I think he's going to take whatever he gets.
I don't think he's that desperate. I mean, I think there probably are big offers on the table for him, but Stifler's dad would be a fun one.
Yeah.
So we'll see. All right. So I don't really know what to rate this because it's a weird one where it's like the no Ginger Lynn stuff. I'm not going to hold Guinea Pig against him, although I thought they could have referenced
that. Would have gave it a 5. Dan would have 100% got a 5. If you had Ginger Lynn and Guinea Pig, this would have got a 5 out of Dan.
Even if you couldn't get Ginger Lynn 100% would have talked though. So I know that's not a case of her saying no. So I give this one a 3.
I'm going off my enjoyment. I think even though it was propaganda and stuff, I'm a 3.5. Okay. I was fully entertained for the 3 hours. I did watch it over 2 nights because I started it late. I thought it was 2 1-hour episodes, and I did it at midnight the night it premiered. And I was like, okay, we'll split them up. Like okay. Pee-wee, the Dad Doc, I just watched in 1 3-hour block. But okay. Before we get out of here, we're gonna keep chatting. If there's anyone out there, we got 2 more tickets for Bleed for the Cause to give away. So if you want them, chime up now because we're going to give 2 more away.
Yes. And if we see some purchases during the show, which I don't know if Todd can even tell, if we can sell, what do you think's fair, Todd? What do you think? Like 10 tickets in 24 hours? Somebody will do something to me. I don't know.
Well, this is something you discussed before we go on air. We announced at the beginning.
I'm off the cuff, Todd. I don't know.
Well, yeah, you can't do this off the cuff. Next week we'll figure out something.
Something, yes.
All right, we'll plan it out better. I don't dislike the idea, Dan. It's just there's no structure to it, and I'm in the middle of trying to give away tickets to something else, so you're kind of making it confusing.
My bad. RPW tickets right now. Looks like you have one claimed, I believe.
Where? Who?
Danny, right there.
Matt Rex wants one. Is Matt Rex here? Flores, are you claiming the tickets? Do you want the 2 tickets, Danny? Is that what you're saying? If so, they're yours. All right, well, you got to answer.
Well, you can claim them for somebody else if you know somebody that can go. That works. Just make sure you have the name.
All right. I'll put you down. You're good. All right. Okay. So there's that.
Okay. Sweet.
And you pick up tickets if you didn't get one. On the link that I'll drop right now. Keep talking, Dan.
Okay. So yes, RPW Bleed for the Cause, September 20th. And our show, Last Tournament on the Left, Saturday, October 11th. And you can get your tickets at fleshwoundfeatures.com. You will not want to miss it. And just to recap our announcement from earlier, the Reanimator death match between JD Horror and Hex for the Best of the West championship. And that's, again, Reanimator deathmatch. We're going to have syringes, saws, light tubes, and all other kinds of Reanimator inspired madness. It's going to be one of a kind. And I think, yes, I think you guys are going to have a great time. Once again, fleshwoundfeatures.com. And Todd, if they want to buy tickets to RPW.
Jesus, Dan, I told you I'm trying to take care of it. Then you keep asking me questions and I'm totally not paying attention to you. I am dropping the ticket link for RPW right now.
All right, there you go.
Catman tennis ball. Yeah, I got one left. Do you want it? If so, because I got one for Flores.
Okay. There you go, Catman.
All right, just
you want it under Catman.
Yeah.
Balls, I mean,
what is your legitimate name? Can you if you don't want to say it in the chat, message the Facebook.
Yes, Flesh Wound Features.
Or you can just tell me your real name right here, and I'll put it on the list for them.
Yeah.
Either one. If not,
Maybe Catman Tennis Balls is his God-given name.
well, if it is, then I'll put that down. But I don't want him to give him crap at the door.
Yeah.
So just okay. Catman, if you want 2, Julio, you want 2 tickets? I just got the approval. You can get 2.
Okay.
Right now. So I'll put you down. Oh, just 1. Okay. Well. All right. There we go. We got them all. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get your name down. And okay. Perfect. All right.
Sweet. Todd, I really wish I could be there early for RPW, but
I know you're unfortunately
I can't fly out quite that early and still be at Kruger's Arizona show. But
I'm writing. I was writing Julio Tennis Ball down on the list.
It works. Claim it under.
I'm fixing it. I'm just. Oh Jesus. Okay, Danny and Flores. Send me the name. I know Flores has my direct, so he can hit me up and give me the one for the other. Okay, Danny James 2, and then 1. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm excited, Todd. I'm really excited for all these shows.
Yeah, well, I mean, you'll get to watch it live too.
I will be there in spirit. Yes.
Yeah, we will have a wrestling show that we'll talk about because there's a few shows this weekend, so we're going to talk about some of the other ones because I know we got Kruger's out at Primos this weekend, so that's 3
Yeah.
nights. So I'm gonna be playing catch up watching it so someday, probably Monday. Honestly, next week's a big week. I forgot. I'm gonna be gone for the Aussie's wedding, and then as Flores threw out there, RPW is live on IWTV2. That's how Dan will be watching it. Speaking of IWTV, just saw it got posted. The Guy Cool interview, who's a participant in our last tournament on the left.
Yes.
Has an interview with X Brand Wrestling. So check that out. I watched it today. It's 2 hours. Good interview. Covers his whole career. Definitely check it out. IWTV. And once again, and if you did I drop the link? Dan was asking me questions so much. I'm gonna drop the link again. You can get $5 tickets to RPW right now. There is the link. Dan, you want to drop our link again too?
Yes. The link for me is fleshwindfeatures.com, where you can get your tickets to the last tournament on the left.
And like I mentioned earlier, we will be there in person. Well, not Dan, Pugs will be, and hopefully Kyle will be there too, our announced team. I know Sage Sin will be there.
Yes.
And BC Killer. So maybe we'll get him to come hang out. But we'll table and we'll have our tickets even cheaper than our pre-sale. There'll be additional $5 off. So there'll be $10 off the door price if you get them early so you can save. So there you go.
Yes.
Or just grab a flyer and there you go.
We're all busy. I feel, Todd, I might feel worse for you. You got to deal with Ozzy. And Kruger's just got to, fight monsters. You got to deal with Ozzy. That's brutal, man.
Casanova Valentine and Dave Reckoning just added to RPW. We are big fans of, well, obviously Casanova, but Dave Reckoning, a newer local guy. Well, he's NorCal, but another one, really like.
Oh, sweet.
So very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Lots of good wrestling action. And Todd, do you have the graphic one last time for Reanimator? Not to put you on the spot, but there you go.
Charlie Sheen's on it right now, so Charlie Sheen will not be
better. JD Horror is going to spill some tiger blood.
Maybe some cat blood.
Actually, Todd, it's a 3-way dance.
You know what? If Charlie Sheen wants to show up, I'm sure JD will take him on too. But this Saturday, Bleed for the Cause, ticket links, grab it. We'll be there. Well, half of us, and it's gonna be good. Good time. I'm excited to see the. I know I botched earlier and said 100, but 1,000 light tubes. It's gonna be I know my most anticipated is not that one. It's BC Hoodfoot. I just never thought I'd get to see those guys. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be
I'm a
two
big
boys.
fan of like first time matches.
Yeah.
And that is like I think going to be a really fun first time match.
I agree.
And you can also, Todd, I know you depends on your schedule, but you can see me and maybe Todd on the This Is Revolution podcast a week from tomorrow.
I realized I'm leaving out of town the next day. I totally forgot about it. So I'm going to try to work it, but if not, at the very least, Dan. Okay. And then I know I got one closer to the show and I can't remember. I got to get all the details still.
Yes. Yes. So, yes, I'll be on the This Is Revolution podcast, which JG in the chat. I'll be promoting Last Tournament on the Left and other things. So check that out. And I believe we've covered just about everything. Kruger in the chat. What's up? Yes, 1,000 light tubes. That cannot be fun. I'm really curious to see the visual for that, because significantly more. What was Neil Diamond Cutter 600 or 700?
I believe it was 7. So they're gonna
1,000 is that's wild.
Well, Kruger, you can save your jacuzzi for next week because we didn't talk about Alien today. We're gonna save it for next week because next week's the season finale.
Yeah, we just decided to double them up, Kruger. That way we can just talk about the last 2 next week. So which next week I know we have
yes, I will be there at RPW. So will Pugs. I'm hoping Kyle's going to be there. I just haven't double checked because I don't know if he has to babysit, but we'll see. Me and Pugs will definitely be there.
Fuck yeah. And next week I know we have him, and which I know a lot of people are really excited about that one. I think Afterburn and some other stuff to be announced.
You know what's out in theaters tomorrow? And I'm gonna see it because I never saw it theatrically in 3D. And that is Jackass 3D.
Oh,
I've seen it in 3D, but it's back in theaters for the 15th anniversary. So I was like, screw it. It fits in between what about him? I may try for 4 tomorrow because I found Afterburn times out after Jackass.
I think I've got him tomorrow, then Afterburn the next day. I can't do 4, man. Like
when they're under 2 hours and I can time them out perfectly, I can. 4 has been my max. I almost did 5 once. No, I got right now. If I switch things up, because right now I have him last, but I can do a 2 p.m. him, Big Bold Journey, Jackass 3D, then Afterburn. I think I'm gonna do him first. Do him first. Okay, that sounded. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna watch him first.
You're gonna do him right,
and then I'll do the 3 for sure. Then depends how hungry I am at the end. Like if I need dinner or it's him. I want to just knock them all out this week because I haven't seen anything this week because I've been focused on the show. So I'm thinking just Thursday.
It's gonna start moving fast. October 11th. I mean,
it's like 3 weeks away. It's legitimately 3 weeks away.
Yeah,
from Saturday.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck. I got all this shit to try and do. I got to do the outside Halloween. I've done the inside, but so you can imagine the outside is a problem.
Then if you want back behind the curtain, dealing with the mannequin nonsense. But so now I got a new batch of mannequins coming.
Yes,
and then we got our
made in America. They're the best
shipped from America. They're probably still made in China. We got that.
You would think getting mannequins would not be hard since you're peeling the curtain back, but it's like, come on, China. It's over a month. Where's our fucking mannequins? We got a Maniac Death Match.
I like the new ones better. Now Dan gets to go shopping for them. I figured out what size they are. So,
ooh, okay, sweet. So yeah, a lot of
we can repurpose them for a sleepaway camp match if we never mind.
So
that one's going to be interesting shopping.
And if you're a listener of the show, once again, if you're at Last Tournament on the Left or RPW or any of the shows that we're going to be at the next couple of months, say hi.
And next Wednesday, I'm just going to say it now, win, lose, or draw, we're going to announce where we're streaming, because I have a couple fallbacks and stuff, but I'm hoping to get locked in. So because we'll figure it out. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll put it on Patreon at a certain level. I don't know. But I don't want to, I thought we were going to be able to do pay-per-view on Patreon, but you can do everything but live stream and sell. It's a whole thing. So I was thinking about that route, but we're going to go on with one of the majors, I think. So
okay.
Just depends which way we're going to go. I'm trying to make it what's easier for our listeners, because I know wrestling fans, they're used to dealing with multiple ways. That, like, if we ended up on one that's a pay-per-view, like just as an example, like a Soul streaming, they know how to use that, or one of the many others. So I'm not worried as much about the wrestling fans. I know will figure it out. I want to make sure our listeners are able to, so it's just fine picking the right one for everyone.
Absolutely.
I really don't want to make our listeners have to do a subscription service, but if that's what we have to do, we'll figure it out.
And yeah, you guys won't want to miss it. And I think we covered everything. We'll be back here probably not too long for another Squared Circle Society.
Yeah, we'll probably, hopefully we'll have, Monday was what we're talking about. And next week we should have the final 2 tournament matches announced and have all the first round announced. We still have pre-show stuff and some other matches that are non-tournament, but all the tournament stuff we'll have announced by next week. So all the ones that are going to get you excited. Not that the pre-show stuff won't, but since we're going to do the pre-show on YouTube, it'll be a little tamer than the main show. We'll say that.
Yeah, it'll have to. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, get your tickets, guys, and we will see you back here shortly. Good night.
All right. Good night. Money's on the dresser.